Okay, this is interesting. Um, so we had CPI data come in this morning, and it was beautiful. Um, Bring it over here to where I'm recording, and it was all down by zero point 0.1, which is not super convincing. And it's like, will Jerome Powell ditch his high interest rates and his goal of 2% just because of this, or is that convincing? Like, not with the volatility and the randomness of the CPI. I would say no. So I think that what we had here is just a setup for more continuation to the downside with Bitcoin, especially since it's not breaking this range. As soon as it breaks this range, yeah, my trade would be invalidated. Um, and I'm looking for a little bit better entry, a little more spikiness. And I've got about 45 minutes to get in there. And then with JPY, there's a trend line here and a TDI 1 hour trend line there. So I also see it on the 1 hour Bitcoin. Um, it's funny because this is technically would be hidden bullish or hidden bearish divergence. And so it's just been trending down. And to me, it's like, yeah, it's tough. Like, it's hard to bet against Bitcoin, but at the same time, I'm going to take a risk on these trades. And I have to accept my risk, and that's all trading's about, is deciding what your risk is and then accepting your risk. Okay, cool. So I'm going to take a short somewhere in here. And yeah, this is where, just in case volatility, this is how much I'm going to size. And I believe there's one more leg to the downside. Um, this broke here. The only thing that's got me saying, wait a second, is that there's a 4 hour kind of fake out down to the bottom. And that's the only thing. So at the least, I can protect the downside. If I get going into profit, I'll protect it by moving my stop past my entry, because again, it's like, yeah, we have this. To me, this is a beautiful FTD. This is a beautiful FTD. It's coming back up to the CPR lines. It broke the lows, and then it shot back up on news, and then it's going to shoot back down. So I can protect my risk, but I need to go to risk 2,000. And technically, I can risk a lot more, actually 2,500, which is 1% of my account. But I can risk more because I'm in profit today by about $5,000 on both funded accounts. I'll pull those over real quick just to show it. Patience. I'm just being real patient right now. Feeling like where are we at? $205,000. So $5,700 profit there. And then well, this is harder to show because this was like a $4,000 pro. Whoa, where are we at? So, anyways, I'm about to get out of my long in ETH, which was just a hedge against getting too early into a Bitcoin short. All right, so top one trader, yeah, like $4,500 today. So I can risk all of that, and I'll still be fine. Like, I was just under $250,000, and I'm not going to risk all of that, but I am going to risk some of it because I've been in the markets long enough to have this intuition, and I would kick myself if I didn't jump on this intuition. So just meditated, did a ice bath, into a hot yoga, into a 20-minute meditation, and this is as ripe as I can feel. I'd like to see a little vector activity up, a little spike up, a little like like a little like ooh, like we're going higher, guys, to get some retail traders thinking we're going higher, and then snap down. And I might have to just walk away, which is tough. I might just have to walk away because I really think this trade has more potential. Um, and I've got my open trade here, and I actually put 2-on-1 BTC short, USD JPY long. I got 1% risk, and I will wait for a vector, or at least this next 15-minute candle to close. So that's my patience, always waiting, always waiting. If I can add, I will add just to get the habit of adding, not necessarily because I want to enter at a worse position. I like good entries. But with the news volatility, I wouldn't add unless we broke the lows here on Bitcoin. And we broke here with like a retest and vector activity, and it's like, oh yeah, like this is another trade opportunity. So it says 2, so let's go here and let's put in 2, and then let's see what happens if I click off of it. Does it still hold? No, it does not hold 2. And then JPY, we can open JPY now. I want to just do half of what I did this morning. And so what I'm really learning about risk management is like from a psychological perspective is while yes, your position size should be determined by your stop loss, like where you would get out of the trade. There's also something about familiarity with position size. So like lots in Forex, contracts in futures, in stocks, and then you know, Bitcoin. How many Bitcoin, or how many Ethereum in crypto? So how many coins? USD JPY, BA buy, and so I would at the 155823, and my invalidation would be below this 1551. So it's a big one. So I go 5, boom, there I am. And that's just to allow for candles. So I'll go ahead and open that because I'm okay with opening that. And then my funded FX, buy order, send. And I'd like to see that chart. So not a big fan of DX trade, but I have some familiar with it from the FTMO transition. And yeah, I'm fine. Bitcoin dominance is high, so I'm fine trading. Yeah, how do I think you grab this. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I have 1.7 in there when in fact I should have 2. And then that way I can sell right off the chart there. All right, so, and again, like, could go down, but like, look at, like, I don't know. USG, JPY, like, this was all divergence, so I totally get this pullback, but I'm like, if it's going to really have a downside move, I could expect it to retest the daily open, and then from there I will decide maybe close, maybe start looking for a short. I mean, at some point you're just like, I'm making money, man, so like put one lot on and just so you're in it, get out, just chill, enjoy the rest of the week, man. And that's something that is at advanced trading, where you're just like, oh, I made money, I made tons of money, great. Don't give it back. Don't give it back. Don't let the greed get the best of you. All right, so those are open. And with Bitcoin, I am 2. And I would be 2 on this one as well. And I will be with this one, putting a market right here. Again, I'm going to just sit here and watch these 15-minute on these 2 charts. Just so real quick, you also see Ethereum is showing a trend line test, and sure, it shot up just above here, but again, this is totally hidden bearish divergence. Like, these 2 highs is not even come close to breaking those, yet it did on the RSI. It's testing around here, and it's like, nah, not even close. So all of that is to say, I could be a ridiculously wrong and look like an absolute fool, but this is what I believe, and this is why I'm in what I'm in, and I'm not like you. I'm like that motherfucker right there. So when I think about trading and I get scared, I think about that look right there. That's MJ. Pissed the fuck off, right? Pissed off. Because he's looking at the market maker, he's looking at these exchanges, he's looking at these funding, prop firm funds, and he knows that they're just there to take your money. You are the product, your money is their goal. And so if you don't get a little bit aggressive, a little bit warrior-like, and go, fuck you. I know, like, I just know the probabilities are in my favor. I know I like my setup. I know I have accepted my risk. So your volatility and your fucking wicking here and wicking there and your rules and like, fuck that. Like, I know how to play the game. And so I'm going to play it my way. I'm going to be a champ with it. I failed over and over again. I failed over and over again, and that is why I succeed. And I'm ready. I'm ready, baby. Now, if there's that emotion, that's a good emotion to combat the fear, to meet the fear. I listened to the fear. I sat with the fear for 20 minutes. I sat with it through an hour of yoga. I sat with it in my ice bath. I feel it. I know it's here, but I am ready. I am war ready. And to me, this is like a beautiful drop and then just railroad tracks low. Oh, I want more. I want more of this. To me, look at this. The opening of London drops down. Boom, 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 jumps up. And again, I could be wrong, but there's a lot like telling me that the Fed is going to hold their rates at 5.5. He's going to be hawkish in his 12:30 press conference, and everything that happened this morning is going to be undone. And I'm going to exploit it. Okay? If I can exploit that, then I got to check the charts carefree the rest of the week and wait for another high probability setup. I have no like, oh, I should have been there, should have stayed in it, I should open something now, I should get in here. Like, I don't have that because I've done my job this week, and I have the infinite player mentality, which is maintaining the will and the resources to play. And if you want to trade for financial freedom and you want to trade for the sake of freedom, then don't be a slave to the markets. Don't be a slave to the charts. Don't be a slave to your dollar. This is the whole point. This is the whole point of trading, is to gain this financial freedom. I put together a questionnaire for my new mentorship, and it's like, one of my questions is, why are you trading? Like, my first question is, beyond money, why do you want to trade? Like, I want to know if you're trading for your family, for your future, I want to open a recovery center for recovering addicts. Like, that's where my heart and my soul lives and thrives. And, I need money to get there to do it. And I'm also, part of me also has a little bit of grit to fight the system, fight the powers that are inflating our dollars away, debasing our dollars, and stealing our purchasing power. It's like inflation is going down, then why do it still hurt? Why did my car insurance company just like email me and say, hey, we're raising rates? It's because other insurances are going up. Services, car parts, car insurance, clothing, apparel, like they're still inflated. So that's that. That's me. I'm gonna load this now.